That subtle morning stiffness, the kind that makes you feel like your own body is a stranger when you first wake up. It's a feeling so many of us know. It isn't a sharp pain, not yet. It's more like a quiet announcement that the freedom you once took for granted is changing. It's the little grunt you make when you bend down to tie your shoes, the hesitation before reaching for something on the top shelf, the sense that your joints are wrapped in a tight, invisible film. We're often told this is just part of getting older, an inevitable decline. But I am here today to tell you that much of what we call aging is actually just our body getting stuck. And the most beautiful part of this story is that you hold the key to getting it unstuck. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and for over 15 years, I've dedicated my practice to helping women navigate the incredible changes in their bodies with clarity and compassion. This space is for us, a place to find answers, support, and renewed vitality. If that sounds like what you've been looking for, I invite you to subscribe and become part of our growing circle. And I would so love to know where this community of strong women comes together. Tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? It's a joy to see our connections span across the globe. Today, we're going to talk about something that is often completely overlooked. Yet it's the true secret to youthful, pain-free movement. It's not your muscles and it's not just your bones. It's your fascia. Think of fascia as a magnificent, full-body spiderweb made of connective tissue. It's like a silvery, shimmering internal sweater that wraps around every single muscle, every bone, every organ, and every nerve in your body, connecting everything to everything else. When we are young and well hydrated, this web is slippery and pliable. Our muscles glide over each other effortlessly. But as we age or after an injury, or even from periods of inactivity, this beautiful web can become dehydrated, stiff, and sticky. It develops adhesions, tiny areas where the tissue gets glued down. This is what creates that feeling of being shrink-wrapped in your own skin. I remember a patient of mine, a wonderful woman named Carol. Carol's greatest joy was her garden. But over time, she found that bending over to tend her roses sent a deep, pulling ache through her lower back and hips. She was stretching her hamstrings religiously, but nothing seemed to touch the real source of the tightness. She described it as feeling like she was trying to stretch a tangled rope. What Carol was feeling wasn't a tight muscle, but tight fascia. Her internal spiderweb had become knotted and stuck in her hips, and every time she bent forward, she was pulling against those adhesions. The solution for her wasn't more aggressive stretching, but something much gentler, rehydrating and mobilizing that deep tissue. We started simply with conscious hydration throughout the day and gentle, full-body movements like slow, mindful rocking while on her hands and knees. This simple act encourages fluid to move back into the tissues, making them supple again. The benefit for Carol was a profound feeling of release. It wasn't just less pain. It was a sense of spaciousness in her own body that she hadn't felt in years. You have the power to do this too. You can rehydrate and reclaim the fluidity of this incredible system. Now let's talk about one of the most common areas where this stuckness shows up: the hips and lower back. This can manifest as that stubborn ache when you stand up from a chair, or even sciatica-like pain that shoots down your leg. Let me tell you about Linda, a retired teacher who had a passion for long walks with her dog. Suddenly, those walks were cut short by a sharp, nagging pain that traveled from her hip down her thigh. She was convinced she had a disc problem, but the real culprit was a deep, sticky knot in her glute muscles, a classic case of tight fascia compressing her sciatic nerve. The science here is quite straightforward. Deep within our hip and gluteal muscles are layers of this facial tissue. When it gets stuck, it can create what we call trigger points, tiny, hyper-irritable spots that can refer pain to other areas. Simply stretching the large muscle on the surface doesn't always reach these deep knots. But we have a beautifully simple tool that can. This is a simple tennis ball, or if you have one, a specific myofascial release ball. Here is what I guided Linda to do and what you can try at home. Sit on the floor with your knees bent. Place the ball under your right glute, and gently lean your weight onto it. You can support yourself with your hands behind you. Slowly begin to roll around on the ball until you find a spot that feels tender. Not sharp pain, but a hurt so good kind of tenderness. That's your spot. When you find it, I want you to stop rolling and just breathe. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine all the tension melting away from that spot, right into the ball. Stay there for 30 seconds to a minute, just breathing and letting go. Then gently roll off and switch sides. For Linda, this simple act performed daily was life-changing. It released the facial grip on her sciatic nerve and gave her back her beloved walks. This is the definition of empowerment. A simple tool that allows you to become your own healer, dissolving pain right in your own living room. From the hips, let's travel up the body to another area where we hold so much tension: our shoulders and upper back. Do you ever catch a glimpse of yourself in a window and notice your shoulders are more rounded than they used to be? Or feel that persistent ache between your shoulder blades after a day of cooking, reading, or holding a grandchild? This is often the result of the fascia in our chest and along our spine becoming short and tight, pulling our posture forward. I think of Susan, a doting grandmother who told me that holding her newborn grandson, which should have been pure joy, was becoming a source of chronic neck and upper back pain. She felt like her posture was collapsing under the weight of her love. What was happening was that the facial web across her chest had become shortened, and the fascia along her mid-back, her thoracic spine, had become glued down, restricting her ability to stand tall. To address this, we can use another wonderfully effective tool: a foam roller. If you've seen these at the gym and felt intimidated, please don't be. Use gently. They are your best friend for freeing your upper body. I taught Susan this simple release. You can lie on the floor and place the foam roller horizontally underneath your mid-back, right about where a bra strap would sit. Support your head gently with your hands. Don't pull on your neck. With your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, use your legs to gently roll your body up and down, giving your mid-back a deep massage. After a few passes, find a stable spot and just allow your upper body to gently extend back over the roller. From here, you can open your arms out to the sides like wings and feel a beautiful releasing stretch across your chest. This motion helps to unstick that tight fascia that pulls you forward. When Susan started doing this for just 5 minutes each evening, she said she felt like she was physically unfurling. Her breathing became deeper, the strain in her neck lessened, and holding her grandson once again became the uncomplicated joy it was meant to be. You can literally give your body the gift of better posture and freedom from that nagging tension. Finally, I want to talk about how we can tie all of this together with a mindset of gentle, patient release. Our culture often pushes a no pain, no gain mentality, even with stretching. But fascia doesn't respond to force. It responds to time and gentle persistence. This is the wisdom behind practices like yin yoga, which uses long, supported holds to work beyond the muscles and into this deep connective tissue. You don't need to attend a formal class to benefit from this principle. Let me describe one simple shape you can try. It's called melting heart. Come onto your hands and knees in a tabletop position. Then slowly begin to walk your hands forward, allowing your chest to sink down toward the floor while keeping your hips high over your knees. You can rest your forehead or your chin on the ground. If this is too intense, place a pillow under your chest for support. Now, instead of pushing or pulling, just rest here. Breathe. Hold this gentle shape for 2, 3, even 5 minutes. Feel the slow, delicious opening in your shoulders and upper back. This is where the magic happens. In this stillness, you are giving your fascia the time it needs to release, to unstick, and to rehydrate. You are communicating with your body in its own language, the language of patience and care. It's in these quiet moments that you can truly transform the way you feel and move. Your body is not failing you. It has carried you through decades of a rich, full life, and it holds the stories of every joy, every challenge, and every step you've taken. The stiffness and aches are not a final verdict. They are simply a request from your body to be tended to in a new way. It's asking for hydration, for gentle movement, for patient release. This work of unsticking your fascia is a profound act of self-love. It is a way of saying to your body, I am listening. I will care for you. We are in this together. Remember that you are resilient, you are adaptable, and you have the power to feel more freedom and joy in your movement every single day. I would love to hear which of these ideas resonated with you the most. Please share your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Your story may be the very thing someone else needs to hear today. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Be well and be wonderfully, brilliantly you.